Tomorrow is International Women's Day. And if we were to believe the rhetoric spewed out by the extreme far left, the screamy people, those who can't go 24 hours without finding something new to cry about, then we believe the incredibly offensive notion that all it requires to be a woman is to say you are a woman, thus ignoring facts, biology, science and reality in general, so as not to upset the feelings of the delusional. So with that in mind, today we'll meet 5 people. 3 biological men who either don't identify as or don't think that they're men. Then we'll meet a woman who doesn't think she's a man or a woman. And finally, we'll meet an actual female. So let's kick off with a short clip that's gone viral.
I decided, can I film? To get a uterus transplant. This is crazy. Okay. Wish me luck.
I am 99.9% sure that is nothing but trolling. The trans woman is trying to generate a reaction. Because if it were real, it would be all over the news. Not only that, it doesn't look like a hospital, it's not busy enough, and generally speaking, filming oneself whilst going into surgery is frowned upon. But sadly, it's estimated in the next 10 to 20 years, medical science will reach a point where a uterus can be put into a man. And for me, that's sad for 3 reasons. Firstly, it's sad because it means healthy organs will have to be cut out of a woman for this strange experiment. Secondly, and most importantly, it will have nothing whatsoever to do with the well-being of the child. It will be done so that some, let's be blunt, sicko can appease his fetish and know what it feels like to be pregnant. And thirdly, I am very, very certain there will be no shortage of doctors willing to carry out this surgery. If I try and build up a mental picture of a doctor who would carry out that procedure, I keep imagining some mad bastard that lives in a castle. Hello, madam. Would you like to meet the surgeon who'll be inserting your uterus today? Here he is. This is Victor Frankenstein. Now, if you've not read Frankenstein, I urge you to do so, not only for the gothic horror in Mary Shelley's classic, but also because if you're immature like me, I find it amusing the way that language has evolved. Because to be gay used to just mean to be happy. And also, if you exclaimed something or blurted something out, there was a word for that as well. If I remember correctly, Victor Frankenstein's best friend is called Peter, and there's a line in the book that says, "Victor, we are so gay," he ejaculated. It's the same Peter who in the evenings goes off to the town to seek intercourse with the old men. Peter's living his best fucking life. Next up we have a clip of another trans woman who is nowhere near as convincing.
I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of other trans people when I say this. If we're having a conversation and you're like, "That's crazy, man/dude/bro," and I'm like, "Hey, please don't call me man," and you're like, "Oh no, I say it to everybody, I say it gender neutrally." Thanks. I didn't ask if you said it gender neutrally. I said, please don't call me man.
I don't think anyone should be cruel for the sake of it. And being polite costs nothing, which is why when I address a group of people, I always say, "Alright, fuckers," because that's gender neutral. And although our 2 out of 10 for effort trans friend isn't being aggressive, the way he's trying to police the language, demanding we speak in a way that fits with his worldview, well, that's just fucking irritating. Not only that, but is he a time traveller from 1993? He meets people who say dude, bro and man. Either that, or did his acquaintances learn to speak English watching Wayne's World and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Have you ever seen a man who's trans, non-binary and femme presenting, even though that doesn't make any sense? Here he is.
I know passing is a complicated topic, but as a non-binary trans feminine person who is not really trying to be perceived as a woman, I can always tell the days that I pass based on how many men hold doors open for me. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't pass most of the time. I'm not trying to. So most of the time I will have a door held open for me like every 2 or 3 weeks. Right. But the nights that I'm passing, it's like I will have every other door held open for me. I have even had men go as far as to refuse to follow me through a door. There was one man literally this week who held a door open for me as I walked into a restaurant. I got to the second round of doors, opened that one for him, wouldn't do it. Literally just stood there for 30 seconds and said, "No, you first." Make it make sense.
Most of the time, he doesn't try and pass as female. That's bullshit. He is desperate to pass himself off as a woman. But he's as convincing as if I took a giraffe and painted it black and white and tried to pass it off as a zebra, or zebra if you're watching in the New World. And the currency with which he judges how feminine he appears is when men hold doors open for him. That's just being polite. It's good manners. If I hold the door open for someone and that someone happens to be another man, I don't then immediately shout, "Ha! You look like a woman!" I'm guessing our friend doesn't realise it's not normal that when people pass through a door in front of you, most of the time they don't then slam the door and run away screaming. And the story about the man who wouldn't go past him? I bet what happened is that chap held the door open, realised what was behind him and thought, fuck it, I want to keep my eyes on that thing all the time. I need to know where it is until I feel safe. I'd also bet this individual doesn't know that it's very rare that when someone passes through a door in front of you, they don't usually start hammering planks of wood across it and screaming, "Can someone call a priest?" Next up is a short clip that I've had to mute to get around copyright. An agender person is someone with no gender identity. Someone incapable of picking one from the thousands that get made up every sodding week. And I'm guessing we've all seen this. There was an advert for a t-shirt which read, "There are more than two genders." And it was available in men's and women's. So the text begins that woman, because that's what she is, needs to stop using her spouse's transition as an excuse, and then comes out as agender. I can't help wondering, has she been gaslit? Let's assume her spouse is a man, or at least was a man. So her husband is now calling himself a woman, is wearing dresses and may or may not have breast implants. And if she's no longer finding him attractive, is he convincing her, oh, maybe you're not actually a woman, maybe you don't even have a gender? Or is it that she's jealous that her spouse has transitioned, so she needs to do something to show she's fucking interesting as well? Finally, we have a clip of an actual female who presents as female.
Yo, I guess I'm gonna need to be the one to explain to all of the 40-year-old people and above, so 40 plus. Yo, you guys keep sending out these thumbs up emojis and they look more like this to the Gen Z and millennials. Yo, we depict the thumbs up as a it's rude.
What a charming and eloquent young woman, who does seem somewhat animated discussing the topic of emojis. I will say this though, if you can't tell the difference between a thumbs up and being flipped off, get your fucking eyes checked, love. Also, she's factually incorrect, talking about everyone over the age of 40 being confusing to Gen Z or Gen Z if you speak the King's English, and millennials, because I'm the very tail end of Generation X. Next week I turn 46, which means there are many millennials who are already over the age of 40. I will concede though, there are times when the thumbs up on Facebook, this is, can be somewhat irritating. If you post a joke or a meme and the laugh reactions start, there's always that one fucking dick with his blue thumbs up. That being said though, personally I use it honestly. If I like something, that's what you get. I won't say that I love it. If a mate of mine has bought a new guitar pedal, I'll like that. I won't say I love it because I'm not on the floor sobbing uncontrollably thinking it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So that's the end of this video. I hope I've shown there that on the day before International Women's Day, both men and women are capable of being deluded and fucking insufferable. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. To all the ladies watching, I hope you have a wonderful International Women's Day, and as ever, thanks for watching. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. The fucking seagulls have joined in already. So in this video, we'll meet 5 people, 3 of whom are fucking bollocks to it. 99.9% sure that fucker. The horsey people have been along here, so now we have all new holes. I don't think anyone should be cruel for the sake of it, even though that's what I do. Look at these fucking weirdos, for the sake of it. Being polite, fuck it. Person is someone with, let's be blunt, who fucking cares at this point? No gender identity, who can't pick from the fuck it. What a charming and eloquent young woman. Although she does fuck it. I forgot to mention, on the day after International Women's Day, the 9th of March, at the Rigger Rock venue in Newcastle-under-Lyme, Staffordshire. Fuck you, you bastard crow. I'll carry on. My band, Athena's Revenge, and 3 other female-fronted metal bands are raising money for Staffordshire Women's Aid. Fuck, I'm nice. If I had a shotgun, that'd be in pieces.